What's the point of toys?
Revelio.
Magic.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there. Revelio!
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Revelio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Revelio! Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Revelio. 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 It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio! Accio! The hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio!
My fault if a customer skips the... I've used unforgivable practice on occasion. Fortunately, I may go to Hogsmeade later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Glacius!
Everyone in Upper Hogsfield shudders when they see me come. I'd remember my father's.
What? Using that girl.
Revelio!
Someone's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
I've had enough of Felcroft. Hope I never have to see it again. I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
Hey!
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's
Revelio.
gone mad. I've robbed every travelling vendor that's passed through here.
Wonder where we...
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
I ought to pay that pretty little shopkeeper in Bagan Tig. Is it?
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves. I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance he gets. Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is.
Rookwood will reward us for our loyalty.
Students these days.
Revelio!
Oi! Suppose that's what we're counting on, isn't it? I take what I want.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
What?
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. He can fight his own battles.
Revelio!
Where your guts for gardeners? What a silly threat.
Lower Hogsfield needs some stocks under our feet. They don't seem to care for me in Hogsfield. Can't say I blame them.
Depulso. Accio. Reclining Leviosa.
I fancy it's time we found a new unsuspecting trader around these parts, don't you?
Revelio.
Can't believe we're forced to work with these goblins.
They still in desperate bits. Suits me just fine. I really remember what he's doing.
Revelio.
I'm able to Hogwarts Legacy, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things. I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever.
I used to be stationed near Irondale with Selwyn.
I'm the only one left on patrol. Charming. Hey!
It's about time Rookwood took control. He doesn't need Ranrock.
I've had enough of Felcroft. Hope I never have to see it again. Everyone in our home shudders when they see me, and right they tell.
Revelio.
I've raided Rockford more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
Rookwood will witness to victory. You mark my words.
I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through the world. I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance he gets.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives.
We may be working with the goblins for now, but soon they'll be answering to us.
Revelio.
Has your brain been infested with bug demons? A maneuver like that could have got us killed.
Tracus Totalis.
Someone over there!
What are you, shy? I've seen more courage in a Porlock.
My loyalty's to Rookwood and no one else.
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is. How did I get mixed up in
Nothing here after all. Fled like a cow. I'd have filled a cemetery by the time I retire.
They don't seem to care for me, the Foxley. Can't say I blame them all right down there.
Hey!
He'd better notice is all I can say. I'm better than the lot of them put together, and it's time.
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
What?
Felcroft was extraordinarily dull. Does no one put up a good fight anymore? Why do I always end up on patrol duty?
Someone's here. I sense it.
Brock Burrows all.
I'm able to Hogwarts Legacy, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
Oi!
I've had enough of Felcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
I think I heard something.
Tracus Totalis. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Lumos. Expelliarmus. Bombard. Incendio. Defendo.
Expulso!
Expelliarmus.
Wanna look up? To your knees. Think I won't remember your face?
Accio.
Protect Incendio!
We're only delaying the...
Arresto Momentum. Expelliarmus.
Finish the job. Expulso! Expulso!
Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Defendo.
Not so tough now, are ya? Presumpto! Protego!
Expelliarmus.
Coward!
Revelio.
Back for more, I see.
Presumpto!
Barely felt anything at all. Expulso!
Bombarda.
Flash!
Defendo.
Knew I'd find you. Take us to
Pulso.
amateur. Bella next. Expulso. I bet that one hurt.
Incendio. Revelio. 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 Bombarda.
That's just the
Expelliarmus. Fight for me. Accio. Expelliarmus.
Just warming up.
Incendio.
You're no match for me.
Incendio.
Reducto.
Incendio.
One of my own and lives to tell of it!
I won't go...
Accio! Depulso!
Pay for your deed. To your knees.
Huh?
Depulso! Revelio! Revelio. Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left the game.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow one.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife, and Natty, they've also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow. I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted, and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me, and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders. Rookwood is already gone. Harlow will be next. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
How come I always fall the short?
Revelio.
would you please meet with me in the Great Hall? I have come upon a difficult time, and I need a friend.
I can do this.
Revelio.
I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Incendio. Bombarda. Incendio. 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 Revelio. The castle must have been quite... Revelio.
I've never seen such a... They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
This looks intriguing. Revelio.
Are you familiar with the hamlet of Irondale? It's south of the castle.
Bombarda. Defendo. Revelio. Revelio. Compulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Accio. Flipendo. Accio. Accio.
crossing my path.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Lumos. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. Whoa. Revelio. Revelio.
Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Defender! Bombarda! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Defender! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Flipendo! Accio! Debolso! Flipendo! 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 Flipendo!
Flipendo! Flipendo! Accio! Depulso! Depulso! Flipendo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Lumos. Alohomora. Lumos.
most annoying of all the prefects, I swear.
We stayed up almost the entire talking about schoolwork. I couldn't agree more.
Revelio.
Must have snuck in after I fell asleep.
Pardon me, sir.
Come to stare at the fool, have you? There's poor Ig Haggerty, robbed by his own sister. She's robbed almost everyone now. So, who's the fool?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Then you're the only one who doesn't know about Catherine running off with that thief, Victor Rookwood and his lot. Good riddance, I said. Never thought she'd return to steal from me. Us. But I just know it was her. I want her caught and sent to Azkaban for stealing a prized family heirloom. Sister or no.
I could keep an eye out for the thief, sir.
You? Nothing to be done by the likes of us. This is a job for the fine officer Singer, or some such authority. Besides, the thief, my sister, only strikes at night. Coward. Long past your bedtime.
What do you have for sale?
I'd keep an eye on your belongings if I were you. Catherine will steal the eyebrows off your face, she will.
Revelio. I ought to look into this thievery business for Miss... Once night falls.
I don't know about centaurs, but there hasn't been a dragon...
Centaurs have never had much use for it.
Mr. Haggerty, can you remind me what we spoke about?
I told you about my thieving sister, Catherine. Ran off with a family heirloom and goodness knows what else from our neighbour.
I should be going now. Thank you. Revelio. Now that it's night, I ought to look into this thievery business for Mr. Haggerty. A pile of gold. I must be on the right track. Revelio!
It's good to see you, my friend. I will never forget your bravery.
Revelio. More gold. I must be getting closer.
The area's still clear, if anybody cares.
Revelio.
Someone...
Bombarda! Too late for you to learn the error of your ways. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Bombarda.
How delightful.
Depulso. Descendo. Depulso.
Had enough? I'm just warming up. You're no match for me.
Revelio. Revelio. Depulso. What do you have in store for me this time? Lumos. 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 Revelio. Lumos. Who lived here? Revelio. Lumos. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio. I should investigate. Revelio. Revelio. Compulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio.
An intruder!
Revelio.
Oh, this day's gone on too long.
Revelio. Niffler. It wasn't Catherine Haggerty after all. Revelio.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Revelio. That must be the Haggerty family heirloom. Revelio. Now, I'm only trying to help. Reparo. Revelio.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Oh, no, you don't. Revelio. Levioso. I wonder how Mr. Haggerty will take this news. His sister wasn't the...
Absolutely shameless.
I have some good news, Mr. Haggerty. I unmasked your thief.
Nothing to unmask, was there? We all know that the thief was my sister, Catherine.
Actually, sir, the thief was a niffler.
What?
You know, small, furry, pilfering. I followed it to its lair.
Catelyn was the only one who knew how to get into our homes, where to find our treasures. But I suppose, mangy little blighter. Well, if you found the niffler's lair, as you say, you must have found my heirloom.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. Catherine's a disappointment for certain, but I never wanted to believe she was behind this. Now, thanks to you, I won't have to. What a strange world we live in.
Hello, nice to see you again.
You as well. What can I help you with?
What do you have for sale?
Glad you were able to stop by.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You made it!
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Revelio. Revelio. You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
It's another aggressive one!
Bombarda. Defender. Incendio.
Flipendo! Arresto momentum!
Levioso.
What is going on with them?
Revelio. Depulso. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Depulso. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio.
Voipers!
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Fwooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Revelio.
If the Moonstone
Accio.
is here and so are Fwoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Why am I not surprised? First the Fwoopers and now this.
Accio.
We need to find moths for those spinners.
Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
Revelio.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Accio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Depulso. Accio. Depulso.
Another
Revelio.
obstacle. No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Protego. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos.
Lumos!
Catulso.
Merlin, it's beautiful.
Lumos. Revelio.
You did it!
Revelio. Depulso. Revelio.
Expelliarmus!
Leviosa. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Defendo. Expelliarmus! Revelio. Bombarda. Accio. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again. Arresto momentum!
Levioso! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Defender! Revelio.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
Revelio.
Merlin, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here, I just know it.
Incendio.
Given what swoopers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the Moonstone is. Which
Revelio.
means we're one step ahead of them.
Incendio. Incendio. Revelio.
We found it! It's like staring directly at the moon. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Revelio. Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
I think I'd like to look around a bit first.
I suppose we could spare a moment. Very well. We should leave soon.
Revelio.
The longer we stay, the more I want a Fwooper.
Revelio. 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 From the outside, you'd never guess this place even existed in here.
I have a feeling that was the idea. Are you finished exploring?
I believe I am.
Good. If we leave for the henge now, we should make it by nightfall. We still have the poachers to contend with. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
I don't think Doran would knowingly send us into danger.
You're right. I suppose I'm worrying over nothing. Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it. I think we can safely say moonstone goes.